Takbir. Takbir. We'd like to thank Imam. First of all, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. We'd like to thank Imam Mubarak for what he has done. What he basically has said, that he has taken a stand.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you have to do. In this day and time, you got to take a stand. The Mosque ministry of Imam W.D. Mohammed was established by Imam W.D. Mohammed. How many of you belong to the MAS? How many of you belong to the ASM? How many of you belong to the World Community of Al-Islam in the West? Those were labels that the Imam gave us for stages of development. The MAS was given to the Imam as the name of the community, and it turned out that somebody else had that same name.
That's right.
So he changed the name to ASM. And the reason he did it, and this is just a little conversation with the Imam, he said the reason that he left the ASM, the American Society of Muslims, among many reasons, was that they mixed up the money of the Mosque ministry with the ASM. And so if he passed, the ASM would have had his money. He said he went to the bank to try to get his money out, and he saw it was all tied up. So in 2003, the Imam, he came to the convention center. He came to the Board of Education. He had just put me on the Board of Education with me and my wife. I was on there for about 10 minutes. I mean, about 3 months. I mean, I was pinching myself. And he came in, and he saw very few Imams at the Board of Education meeting. And he said, tell the Imam that I resigned from the ASM. And then the Imam said, he said, that's it. I'm not even going to talk to him. So then they begged the Imam, please, Brother Imam, talk to us, talk to us. So the Imam came and he addressed why he resigned from the ASM. So the ASM had a structure. The way it was presented to Imam W. Mohammed, he said, Brother Imam, the ASM was is a way that we could communicate with the top leadership. They like to come and see the name of an organization and so forth. And so we need a name. So the Imam went along with it. But the Imam went along with it as long as he wanted to go along with it. So when he resigned from the ASM, what were we called? No, we're called Muslims. We're the ASM, we're not the MAS, we're Muslim. And what did he do? He said he's going to concentrate on his ministry and the mosque, which means the mosque care. So we don't, as far as any other mosque, we know that the one headed up by Imam W. Mohammed, the institution, the charitable organization, cares about the people. And he said he was concentrating on his ministry. So what did all of you do? You all resigned from the ASM, right? It was only a name, and then what? One individual, he actually elected himself to be president of the ASM. So what happened to all those people who was in that leadership structure? Where did they go? They followed the people. And where did the people go? They became associates of the Mosque Cares ministry of Imam W.D. Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
You can't belong to the Mosque Cares. You can't belong to the Mosque Cares ministry of Imam W.D. Mohammed. It is a charitable organization which we want to beat out the Red Cross and the Red Crescent and everybody. We want to be the largest charitable organization in the world. And also it is his ministry which is to promote his ministry. And when you say promote his ministry, that's his point of view, Imam W. Mohammed's point of view.
Yes, sir.
And to support it, or to carry it on, the light was given to who? His knowledge. The most important thing to him was the ministry, the mosque, and his knowledge. Who did he give it to? Warith Deen Mohammed II, the president of the WDM publication. Allahu Akbar. I want to make a few points. I usually teach this time of year because I do have a session in the Ramadan session. But I want to make a few points. There's a passage in the Bible that says that thy salt has lost its savor. Now, I'm from the old school, from Louisiana. My mother, she used to get steak. And she would take kosher salt, and she would put that salt on that steak. And that kosher salt would draw the poison out of the steak, and then she cleaned that salt off and she'd throw it in the waste, in the garbage. It was in a sense of purifying the steak, right? Well, Imam Muhammad says the salt has lost its savor, you should throw it out as waste. You also have it in the Quran, how it says you have the metal ore. And after a while, you heat it, and then the froth get up there, and you clean off the froth. Now you got the good metal. You got the water that goes back and forth and purifies itself. And you got the foam that goes toward the shore. You get rid of that. You got the pure water now. It's a purification process. What do you think Imam W.D. Muhammad did when he came in 1975? It says that the one would come. It's in the hadith that one would come that God would teach and God would guide. And he would sanctify you. He would teach you the book and the wisdom, the hikmah, and then he will purify you. I'm going to show you an example how he purified us. When Imam Muhammad came out and he said, get rid of these cheers, cheers in the sense that now we're going to pray. He established Jumu'ah prayer at over 200 some masjids or more, temples or more, and changed it to masjid. He established prayer, right? He said, our book is the Quran, you got to start reading the Quran. All of the leadership, they had to start teaching the Quran. Then he started teaching us who was Prophet Muhammad. We thought it was the Honorable Master Elijah Muhammad. But he let us see who Prophet Muhammad is. He let us see who Allah is. In fact, Imam W.D. Muhammad says, don't make me a prophet. I'm no prophet. I'm no messenger. I'm just Imam W.D. Muhammad. My job is to let you see God clearly and the prophet clearly. And Imam W.D. Muhammad, he began to teach us. And lo and behold, the purification process. All of them started going in all different directions and leaving Imam W.D. Muhammad only with the good ones. You were good in the nation of Islam. You was pure and true in the nation of Islam. You stayed with Imam W.D. Muhammad when he came in. And then what happened? The mafia left. Right? Royalty left. All that falsehood left. The belief that a man was God left. The belief that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the last messenger of God left. And he purified you and brought you into mainstream al-Islam. Allahu Akbar. He said he would teach you the wisdom. You see the pyramid. I'm only going to take about 5 more minutes. You see the pyramid, right? It represents knowledge. Did you see the little pyramid on top of it? And it has a little eye there? That represents the hikmah, the wisdom. That means that little itty pyramid has so much potency and power that it's more powerful than the big part of the pyramid. So what it's saying is that you got the knowledge. The Muslims got the knowledge. They got the pyramid. They got the knowledge, but they don't have the hikmah, the wisdom. That's why when Imam W.D. Muhammad speaks, his word is so powerful. Allahu Akbar. Imam Muhammad, I trained with this brother right here, Imam Rasul. He's a martial arts expert. And one of the things in Tai Chi is you learn how to breathe. You breathe in, you can breathe out, and you take it all the way down, you can breathe back out. And what it does, it causes the flow of energy and your blood and make you so healthy and so forth like that. Imam Muhammad said that people, they will pay big dollars just for somebody to teach you how to read correctly. Imam Muhammad said that if you read the Quran in Arabic,